This lesson is on using logical operators like AND, OR, and NOT to get back different results. Let's look again at the book table. I'll run that so we can see the data in there. Now say we want to find out books that are $12.99 and we want to see books that are $21.95. So one way we can do that is run two separate select statements. Price equals $21.95. And we could also run the statement where we get the $12.99 books. So let me copy this and paste it down here, and I'll put in $12.99. All right, let's run that. So I've got one set of books here and one set of results here. But what if I would like to get that all in one set of results? I can use a conjunction, a logical operator, the OR. Now I'm going to say the word OR, and now I'm going to repeat the column. Price equals $12.99. I'm going to take out that other statement, and now I'm going to run it again. I had 5 results before. Run it, and I've got 5 result rows back again. And you can see I have the $29.95, $12.99, etc. So we put it together. Now, why did I use an OR instead of an AND? Well, we have to think about how these are processed. An OR will return a row to the result set if either side of the comparison is true. It might be more obvious if I were to put parentheses here. Parentheses are never strictly required, but sometimes they can add clarity. So let's look at this. If either one of these statements is true on either side of the OR, it'll return a row. So it asks a question about price, and it looks at it and says, are you $21.95? Yes, you are. So return that to the result row. Then I come down here and it says, are you $21.95? No, I'm not. Or, are you $12.99? Why, as a matter of fact, I am $12.99. So it returns the row to the result set. Anything that's not $21.95 or $12.99 gets rejected and not displayed as part of our results. If I were to do AND, an interesting thing will happen. I press AND, and I click the Submit button, and I get no results back. And that is accurate, because a book can't simultaneously have the price of $21.95 and the price of $12.99. It's never going to be true. So AND is evaluated in a different way. It says that this comparison and this comparison both must be true in order to bring back results to the result set. Let's do an AND that makes sense. I'm going to look at the data again. How about where the price is $29.99 and the advance is $5,000? Do we have that in more than one place? That's the first place. Or how about the prices, the advance is less than $5,000? Here's a $21.95 and it's less than $5,000. Let's try that and see what we get. So I'm looking for the price of $21.95 and the advance is less than $5,000. I get 2 back because the advance is less than $5,000. Now, if I wanted to include $5,000, I would make less than and or equals to, specify it like that. I click it, and now I also get the row with $5,000 as the advance. So both sides of the comparison need to be true. This is very much like what we studied earlier in the class with the PHP ands and ors. But you got to be careful. Sometimes there's an awkward English to Sql translation. In that last statement, when I said I wanted $12.99 and the $21.95 books, I said AND, but I needed to code an OR to actually get that to come back in the result set. Now here's an interesting thing. I can put the keyword not in front of this whole statement. And watch what happens. I've got 3 rows here. I click here, and now I've got 13 rows. Well, that's interesting. It seems to be the reverse of what I had before. And so what it does, the way this is processed, is it first figures out the 3 rows that I found successfully. And then it gives me the inverse. Sorta. There's a little caveat here, and I want to show it to you. I'm going to bring back all the rows again, and I'm going to show you what didn't come back. Because we had 13 rows from one set, and 3 from another, and that equals 16. So I'm going to take that out, click the button, and we're going to look, and we go, wait a minute, we have 18 rows. Where are those missing 2 rows? They're here. See, I have the word null displayed here. When we have a null value, I mentioned that there's a way to handle that. I'm going to cover that next. But when you use the nots and ors, it eliminates nulls from consideration. A null is neither, like say over here, it's neither greater than 5,000 nor less than 5,000. It simply isn't. It is null. It is not part of that equation at all. So therefore, it's rejected from the result set when we ask a question about it, at least when we ask a question about it that way. The next lesson, I'll show you how we ask a question about that the proper way. This ends our lesson on using comparison operators.